All right, I'm back here for my second video on this channel. My goal is the same thing as it is every day when I make these videos. It is to talk for 5 minutes about whatever topic I've decided I'm going to speak about, and to make the video as fluent as I can from the standpoint of how I'm speaking. And again, my one hard and fast rule is to monitor myself to try not to say or or any other type of filler like that while I'm speaking. So today I am in my car, obviously, and I am in the parking lot of the grocery store by my house. I'm stopping by to pick up a couple things that my family needs for dinner tonight. And the topic I want to talk about for the next few minutes is singing, dancing, and memory, and how all of those things connect in the body. This is a really important topic to me, and it's not one that I feel like I can describe to other people with words very well. And so it is a perfect case for me to be practicing right now in this video. So my thoughts on this topic actually go back to an interview that I read with a famous professional Go player. If you don't know what Go is, it is an East Asian strategy board game. Historically, it occupies a similar niche in Eastern culture that chess occupies in Western culture. It is a two-person strategy game, much like chess in that respect, that is highly complex in terms of how deeply the strategies and the tactics go in the game. And in that sense, it's actually somewhat more complex than chess is. But at any rate, I read an interview with a famous Go player whose other great passion in life, besides playing Go, was dancing. Dancing in a formal way. So I don't mean, I just broke my rule, noted. Dancing not in his living room or out at the club, but I think, things like learning the waltz or salsa, whatever, the types of dances that you do in a classroom setting as an adult, on a Wednesday night kind of thing. And as I say, these were his two big passions, and he felt that his dancing made him better at playing Go, which is interesting because on its face, obviously, again, most people watching this video will probably be much more familiar with chess than Go. If a high-level chess player told you that his learning to dance and his practicing the steps involved in dancing enhanced his skill as a chess player, it wouldn't be obvious what kind of connection those things would have. So I thought that was interesting. And I, at this time in my life, was playing a lot of Go myself online. And I had a period of a couple months where I got really into it, and I wasn't just playing a lot of Go games, I was doing lots and lots of Go problems. There's a name we have for in Go for what in chess are just called chess problems. In Go, they are called sumago. That's the word for basically Go problems. So I was doing a lot of sumago, and sumago require you to really turn all your mental faculties toward visualization and memory, because you have to read out all kinds of possible next moves that you could make in the sumago you're working on, and for each of those possible moves, what would be all the possible counters to that move that the other player would make. And then based on the counter moves that they might make, what would be all the possible moves that you could make in turn, your counter moves, and so on. And you keep going through every possibility until you find the one best next move in the Sumego. And if you find that correct move, you've solved the Sumego. So I was doing a lot of these. And what I noticed after a couple weeks of intensively training myself on Sumego, that when I was just sort of going around my house singing snatches of songs, my singing was better than it used to be. I am not a good singer. I have an instinct that I am meant to continue to focus on singing better in my life. I have an instinct that unlocking the ability to sing better is going to unlock other things in my life that are important for me in my development. So anytime I find myself singing a little bit better than I have been wont to do in my life, that's something that makes me sit up and take notice. And I, in this case, was singing better, and it was pretty obvious that there was a correlation between all of this really intensive Sumego work I was doing and this out of nowhere ability to just sort of feel like if I was singing a snatch of a rock song that was stuck in my head, or a church hymn, or like I remember at that time I was singing snatches from the Battle Hymn of the Republic a lot, and I suddenly found my voice rising with higher notes, with greater fidelity to what I know those notes are supposed to be, going down lower with greater fidelity for the lower notes, and so on. And it basically showed me firsthand where this Go master was coming from, that his ability to dance well and all the work he did to train his dancing to make it better made him better at the Go board. All my work at the Go board was making me better at singing. And I'm way over my 5 minutes here. So one goal I have for this channel is, if I come up with a topic that I think I should be able to cover somewhat well in 5 minutes, I, as time goes on, ought to find that I'm getting better at actually covering everything in 5 minutes. I'm at almost 8 minutes already. I'm probably going to need at least another 90 seconds here to wrap this up. And pardon me there for saying but obviously I have failed quite badly in this case to cover this topic in 5 minutes. If I was really going to cover everything I had intended to say, it would probably take me another 6 or 7 minutes at the rate that I've been going here. But the thing I will say in conclusion that would wrap up this thought is, lately I have been working on dancing. Now for me, that's not formal styles of dancing in a classroom. It has sort of been just dancing in my living room or in my car. Been listening to a lot of rap music lately, which there was a time in my life I really did listen to a lot of rap, but last 7-8 years, not so much, until about 2 weeks ago. I've kind of, I guess you could say, followed an instinct to start listening to more rap again. And I've been listening to the music carefully, and I've been dancing, and I find I am dancing better than I have historically been able to dance. And lo and behold, as I've been doing a good amount of just bopping around in my house and dancing to the music and feeling the beat, once again, without trying to at all, I'm finding that my singing is becoming a little bit more musical. And I'm realizing for the first time that when we sing, if we're singing well, which, as I've said, I don't sing well usually, but as people, if we do sing well, we really are dancing. Even if our body's not moving, there is dance that's going on in us, because we are feeling music. And as people, we feel music with our body and with dancing. And as I've been dancing better, that is to say, kind of rewiring my body and my mind-body connection to to dance more expressively, my singing is becoming more expressive too. And I think that there's probably a great correlation between good singers and good dancers. Great singers, great dancers. Below average singers, below average dancers. People like me, terrible singers, also terrible dancers. And all of that somehow also connects to the types of skills that one brings forward when one is running through Sumegos. And I think it all has to do with how we are encoding things and interpreting things, not with our intellects, but with our bodies. So it's an interesting topic. It's not a topic I feel that I'm able to convey to other people very well, even though it is, for me, on the inside of myself, very important. And here in this video, I've sort of demonstrated that I'm no better now at the end of this video than I was at the beginning at conveying the importance of the things I'm saying right now. But I have given it a shot. I will be back tomorrow night, and I'm going to give it another go on whatever topic that my next video is about. So thanks for sticking with me here to the end of this, and I will see you all tomorrow.